You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
Bump. Look at you pumping it up.
Ooh, yeah.
Pumping up the podcast. Pumping up the podcast, Showtime. Getting it ready. Oh, it's the music. Can we get that music turned up?
Yeah.
Oh, see, and I came in late because it was a little low, but it's all right.
Yeah.
We'll come through with the intro. I got it.
Okay.
If we could bump it a little more, we're going to pick it up like this because this is time to rock this show. Monday Night Raw, the show has come to a conclusion. Delusions in your mind, you need to find yourself seclusion. Collusion from our team because we're buzzing after Raw with the greatest recap and after show you ever saw. It's AfterBuzz TV, and we're brought to you by Bing. Bing is for doing, and we're here doing our thing. GQ Money on the mic, and I'm the host with the most. Annoyed on iTunes is mad, I like to boast. But from coast to coast and all around the world, we talk about Raw for the men, ladies, boys, and the girls. It's not me, there's talent by my side, so sit back and listen and enjoy the ride. The Colonel Ryan Clum, he's a rookie of the ring. His expert analysis like a veteran's opinion. It's showtime, it's go time, chopping like a hatchet. The super fan of the team, his name is Josh Padgett. Next on the deck, on the couch, no slouch. She's sweet and she's cute like our own Minnie Mouse. She's Cathy Kelley, she's the anchor of the team, and also the envy of our fans' wildest dreams. It's Monday Night Raw, a go-home show before the chamber. We're buzzing after Raw, and we will be filled with anger. Danger, danger, yo, what's it gonna be? Birdie, 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 it's AfterBuzz TV. That one wasn't so good. I was a little low on the...
so good.
No, I
like
felt
that.
like I was a little off beat, actually, myself, right there. Lyrically, I was happy, but I was a little off beat right there.
I guess the true test will be what Mom says tomorrow, right?
Man, we're here on AfterBuzz TV, buzzing after Raw, the week of February 11th, and we're watching the show that took place live from Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, a former home and residence of mine, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Spent 9 months living there in my TNA days.
Oh, you lived there during the
I lived
TNA
in
days.
Nashville when they were in
Gotcha.
TNA, and Rock talks about in his promo his first match at the Nashville County Fairgrounds. That's where I used to wrestle every Wednesday night.
I've been there as well.
Yeah, man. What's going on? How you guys doing? We got a new
Good.
week. We had a great weekend. Everyone have some fun?
Yeah, I left my voice up in Indio.
It came back, though. Look at it, stronger
it's,
as we went on air. Look,
Yeah.
that's because the adrenaline takes over, and,
Right,
and it's
right.
like showtime, and it's go time, as I was referencing Josh right there, and your voice is ready and strong. Strong. Oh, that came off wrong. I didn't mean it that way. I meant it more like it wasn't. It was like strong like bull is what I was saying. Strong like bull. How about you, Josh? You have a good weekend?
Oh my God, I had a great weekend.
Yeah.
I saw the new Beatles play, Backbeat.
Oh.
Got back to my theater roots a little bit watching that. I learned about the Beatles. I did not know about the fifth Beatle, Stuart Sutcliffe. I'm an Elvis man myself.
I thought it was Christopher who was it on Saturday Night Live sketches that was the fifth Beatle?
I don't know.
That's the old
I don't
cowbell
watch Saturday
skit.
Night Live,
Play more
yeah.
cowbell. I think maybe Will Ferrell.
That was Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
With what was that, the Blue Oyster?
Had enough of you.
Yeah.
Kathy, how about your weekend?
It was great, but it was the first weekend in a very long time where I did not bake anything.
No baked goods
Kind
for
of
us tonight.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
kind of bummed about that.
Sorry, guys.
Man. I had baked goods this weekend, though.
Yeah, I traveled 600 miles in a car this weekend, so
He would walk 500 miles, and
walk,
he
but-
would walk 500 more. Well, that's it. Let's start talking about some Monday Night Raw, because that's what the people want to hear. I had to try to bring the energy levels up because it was Damien Cage saying that we were a little blase last week.
Yeah, well, we had a little bit of a somber, interview, so I think the energy was down a little bit.
We also had our first bashing negative comment on iTunes. Which
read that. This is a good one.
Annoyed on iTunes gave us 1 star and said, the host is annoying as hell. He hypes himself and his co-hosts too much. He dumbs down everything and comes off as a condescending a-hole. Waste of time.
Maybe you need a Barry Horowitz jacket with a little handprint.
I pat myself on the back all the time, and I pat you guys on your back for jobs well done.
I agree.
I sent you guys some pep talk texts this week.
I saw that. I was
trying to get you guys pumped up and jazzed up going into this broadcast. Cathy always ignores my texts, though. She doesn't care. She's like, ugh, if you're gonna call the office,
well,
we can't confuse personal and professional.
She responds to every one of my texts within 30 seconds. It's unbelievable, really.
I don't know what's going on, man. We start the show with the little recap package as usual, and we're recapping the Shield and the confrontation between Sheamus, Ryback, and John Cena, and we also recap a little bit about The Rock and his championship run and his feud with CM Punk.
Right. Haven't seen him on TV in 2 weeks. So.
Ooh, you mean he missed a week? Whoa!
Yeah, he missed
Is there something going on politically right there?
I gotta speak for the fans. Okay?
I don't think he's missed 1 week.
Next thing you tell me, when Shawn Michaels and Triple H are together, it's a DX reunion. Yeah. Sorry, I just those little things when a guy's gone for a week and they make it it's the biggest deal.
It's been 1 weeyk. I mean, if he was only coming once every 3 or 4 weeks, there's a complaint. But right now, he's there almost every week, and he's doing SmackDowns as well. So
Paul Heyman starts off the live broadcast. He says, tonight is the last time you're going to see Paul Heyman. Can we get a spoiler alert? Look, I'm stealing Phil's gimmick.
Spoiler alert.
there we go.
Spoiler alert.
You're going to see Paul Heyman again. He says he's done everything in his life with great passion, and usually it's that passion that betrays him. And he sacrificed his life and his parents' fortune and everything for ECW, and it turns around and bites him in the butt. And it's his vision and passion that allowed him to see a young Brock Lesnar and turn him into one of the most destructive forces in pro wrestling's history. And he saw a man that could carry WWE, could possibly surpass Bruno Sammartino's reign as the longest reigning WWE champion. And he says, you don't have to be Nostradamus to see in the future, because I could see in the future, and something bad is going to happen. Do you think that he is the clairvoyant fortune teller that he is putting out, and he sees bad things coming for all those involved?
Yes, he's a genius.
That's it. You just go that way. You just drink the Kool-Aid right away.
Just drink it.
You drink the Heyman Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I love Heyman.
Heaven's Gate, baby. Let's just drink it and die. Look at that smile.
I'm going to complain about this in a little bit, but go ahead.
No, I mean, essentially, he turns around and says that he's going to have to do something he doesn't like to because of these bad things, and CM Punk needs focus. And that Heyman feels that he's been a distraction. And it's a time where the sins of the mentor will befall upon his protege. And because of all this, because of the perception issues that have ensued, because Vince McMahon thinks that Paul Heyman was involved in paying off the Shield, Vince McMahon perceives that Paul Heyman was involved in paying off Brad Maddox. And he says because of all this, he's going to tender his resignation. And based on the cold-hearted callousness from the crowd, he has the same lack of compassion for all of the people that and their miserable lives that they seem to have for him, because he was expecting tears from the WWE Universe as this creative genius, as one Ryan Clum says, is giving his resignation. But no one was upset. No one was sad. No one was even angered or enraged, I would say.
No,
they were excited, happy to hear it.
He was being a little bit of a martyr here.
But he says he's not a martyr.
He says he's
not a martyr.
He also said he wasn't lying last week.
He's a liar.
2 weeks ago.
He is a liar. That's what he does, Ryan Clum.
He's a promoter.
The only thing he ever said that's true is that he's a liar.
That's true.
It's the only truth that has ever come out of his mouth.
And the people booed when he mentioned ECW. What is wrong
Did
with
they?
Nashville?
I didn't notice that.
I think that Vince is probably happy about that.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not changing
Probably.
the perception and legacy. To finish, to finish what Heyman had to say. I was like, this little stumble. My tongue didn't move right there.
So
he says,
condescending.
I love him and will not stand in his way, and I say goodbye. And then CM Punk's music hits. Paul, what are you doing? CM Punk's upset. Paul Heyman says, I'm in your way. Vince thinks I arranged all these things, and it's the perception that matters, what I just said. I talked about. I jumped the gun, so to speak. Paul, CM Punk looks at you're like, what do you guys, you're like, can you guys give me some? I'm just giving you a recap of everything, and you guys are just smiling. CM Punk looks at Paul, and he's like, man, look at the universe. Look at the fans. There are a lot of Paul Heyman guys out here. And then, Paul looks back at CM Punk and he says, if you thought what Vince did at the Rumble was screwing you, wait until what's next. And then he's saying he's got to go. He's got to go. But CM Punk has a lot of problem with this. He says, you got to be by my side. You're the man to stand behind me. And he says, when I beat The Rock, you'll be in my corner because we're a team. And then they embrace.
Like
and they
father and
hug.
son.
And they whisper sweet nothings into each other's ears. And they caress.
And then they leave.
And then they fondle.
No, they
They didn't fondle? You were telling me it was getting creepy. I was just going by based on what
It
you were
was getting
saying.
a little creepy.
Nah, so it's all right.
And then
so
they just left.
And then they left. So what do you got? You got problems with the segment?
No, I don't have per se problems with what they said. The main problem I have with this is it didn't progress anything forward. Where we started is where
We don't
this
necessarily know it didn't progress anywhere yet.
Right, but
Well, I guess we do because we know that he didn't retire.
does,
at that point.
right? It didn't retire.
He didn't
He came
resign.
in, and when you learn, when you go to any sort of screenwriting class, any sort of way of learning to tell storytelling, you don't waste scenes. Every scene has to progress towards the next scene. You don't have in Star Wars, them sit and have a conversation on the rules of their chess game or whatever.
That'll be in episode 7.
That's not the story. We're progressing something forward. This didn't progress anything forward. So it was 15 minutes of a bit of a wasted time to me.
I understand
What
where
they
you're coming
said
from
was
on that.
good. What they said was good. Both these guys are amazing, so they saved it. But there was no content really of progressing any forward story motion.
Now, alternatively, could this be like a pivotal moment that we see in the future that would split those two apart and have a nasty breakup?
I think they're definitely laying some seeds to do a split of
Right.
Heyman and Punk and build something between
Right.
Punk, Heyman, and Brock Lesnar.
But 15 minutes of not progressing a story forward.
I understand what you're saying on that. As you break that down, I understand. I mean, it was a segment to fill time.
It's not a terrible segment, but it's just it didn't really do anything.
Nothing of necessity.
Yeah.
If it was his actual retirement from Raw, then maybe it would have been worth it. But
But
we
it
all
never
know that he's
sold.
coming
Right,
back.
but it never sold as
that's the
real
thing.
from the beginning.
That's the
And
thing. It
also-
was status quo. Where we started is where we ended.
All of the matches were so short tonight that they could have cut that by a significant chunk of time
Yeah.
and then gave at least a couple more minutes to some of these matches.
Yeah.
Well, I know
that's
some other
my main-
spots we could have cut some more fat in. I'm not going to take any time away from Heyman and Punk, even though it was kind of.
You want to give him more.
Feed me more.
You
Feed
want-
me more.
Or even if you're not going to take time, you need something else written. You need some sort of progression towards what's going to happen later
Right.
on,
It's definitely weird.
you need some sort of payoff later on for what happened earlier, and there was really nothing.
Maybe have him say, "I'm sorry, Punk, I
Yeah.
can't." And then
Yeah.
when Punk's out
they came
there
out
and The
again,
Rock's
but-
about to, hit him with the elbow
Yeah.
later, maybe that's when Heyman
I mean,
could
they
come out.
came out again, but if what they did earlier had nothing to do with what came on later. If you had cut that entire promo out, it wouldn't have made the end any less impactful.
Could they have utilized Brock in that situation to build a little drama and spike ratings by stacking these shows?
Yeah, or do you waste an appearance? I think they're running out of appearances on him. So do you need it there? You're going to try to establish whatever his feud is. So
Is that how the
Yeah,
next
I don't
2
know.
years with Brock is going to be?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah,
Oh,
based
yeah.
on appearance and numbers.
all appearances, and they used too many appearances. They used a lot of appearances early on, so they didn't have a lot towards the end.
They want to hype it up and then use him in those, on last week.
Right.
Yeah.
First matchup of the evening. the Punjabi Playboy, along with Natty Neidhart and Hornswoggle, taking on the returning world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Mark Henry,
love
too.
Mark Henry.
I love this version of Mark Henry, the best version they've ever had. It's
beast.
I love the Hall of Pain.
It's time for it.
You think it's time
It's time for him to come back.
for another reign?
Yes.
Another reign in the Hall of Pain.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's great. He's great.
scary.
He's scary. I mean, he's just,
intimidating.
Throwing Kali around.
When it was too bad that he got hurt and was gone for a while, because when he first came in, they were doing this whole Hall of Pain thing, and he was just like destroying Big Show.
When he was the champion.
Yeah, he was destroying. And then he became the champion. Yeah, but he was just destroying like the major guys. It was great.
Well, we had a brawl starting off with him and Kali, as you'd expect. Kali getting a little bit of offense, but once Mark Henry turned it around, that was it. He hoists Big Great Kali up into the position, carries him steps and steps around the ring to deliver the world's strongest slam on Great Khali, gets the 3 count. I mean, he did that with ease. He just picked them up like nothing. Everyone talks about these power moments of picking up Raven used to talk about, maybe you'd see Big Show and Ryback for that WrestleMania moment of Ryback hoisting up Big Show. Right. But then you got you got Cesaro and hitting the neutralizer on Khali, and now you got freaking Mark Henry back and World's Strongest slamming Khali. Right. There's no more of that special moment when Ryback hoists someone big up, because you got bigger, stronger guys in WWE right now than Ryback.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mark Henry wasn't done. He left the ring, but he came back because he had his eyes on Hornswoggle.
That was great, too.
Reminiscent of WrestleMania 3. I mean, we get big man and midgets together, little people.
When King Kong Bundy squashed, was it Little Beaver or Little Tokyo he squashed?
Or Lord Littlebrook, I don't remember who was in the match.
I can't remember. There were 4 of them,
stats. But yeah, he delivered the slam, flattening the little man, and he says, "That's what I do! I make this look easy.
Yeah.
No man stands in my way. I beg you." I love Mark Henry's awesome. He's so scary. He's a scary dude.
He is. He's one of the scariest people alive.
He liked me at my tryout.
Did he?
He liked my promo.
Good.
He's like, "Somebody should hire this guy right now. You sell cars for a living, don't you? You can sell cars." He was funny. He was very amusing.
I'm glad he won, though, because it feels like Kali's been winning so much lately, and it's so unbelievable.
Kali always gets wins.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good in the ring.
Yeah. He's amazing.
Booker T and Chris Jericho in the back. Booker T's talking. Chris Jericho comes on in. Says he wants to be a part of the Elimination Chamber. He says, "I know you've been looking for world champions, and I'm a former 6-time world champion, and I've been involved in more Elimination Chamber matches than anyone on the WWE roster, and it makes sense for business and prestige to put me into the Elimination Chamber match." You think Booker T said, "Sure, no problem, you're in"?
Said, "No, dog. Everyone that's in the chamber match has beaten former world champion, right? Is that what he said?" That's what he said. And then he was like, "You know what?" And Teddy Long said, "I got an idea."
He's got an idea. What was his idea?
Him and D-Bry. Let's go.
If you can beat Daniel Bryan, you get the spot.
I don't like country music, dog, but I like that.
Yeah, we were like, what does that even mean? Teddy Long, he throws that line.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we were like, at first we were like, I don't know. It's not even worth getting into.
Yeah.
It made no sense. Jericho comes back and says, "I'm going to beat Daniel Bearden." And then he goes crazy with the Booker T impression. "I'm going to become the seven-time world heavyweight champion. Now, can you dig that, sucker?"
And he exits the camera, and Booker T is trying his damnedest to not laugh. He's like, "God, man."
He was just trying to break him, I'm sure. I just got a fact check from our friend Raven Travis
I thought
Berry.
you said you got a fax, and I was like, I didn't know we got a fax machine installed.
Yeah, right next to me here.
It's 1990.
No, I got a fact check from our friend Raven. It was Lil Beaver that got ended up getting squashed by King Kong Bundy.
And just like The Rock, all the guys here like Little Beaver.
Yeah. He likes pie. No, The Rock likes pie.
Nice beaver.
Yeah, The Rock likes pie.
Vicky Guerrero in the back. Paul Heyman walks into the room.
This, I have stuff to say about this.
Oh, you start.
All right.
You take the floor, Ryan Clum. Let me just move my mic away.
I want to talk about how much, I always talk about like lazy writing and not following logic. This was awesome. All right. I love this. So, because Vicky gets this phone call that you are going to be, it's usually your typical, like, he says he wants a stipulation. He has a special stipulation he wants. So Vicky then gets this phone call, and it's normal. Oh, hi, Mr. McMahon. Oh, you just coincidentally, Mr. McMahon's calling, and it feels like that, and just going to be that. And Payman's like, let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. Then she goes, puts him on speaker, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, we've got something a little bit different. And then Vince said, hey, what's your stipulation? Vince is watching. It's complete logical. He's watching the TV. He says a stipulation. He picks up his phone. He immediately calls Vicky Guerrero. It made complete sense, and you don't usually see that. And I was like, bravo. It was just a small little thing, but that's the type of stuff I love.
Do you normally go with the Bravo or Bravissimo?
Bravo.
I like the Bravissimo.
Okay, yeah. You're more
Bravissimo.
You're more
Bravissimo.
You're more cultured than I am.
Kathy?
Yes.
Bravo or Bravissimo?
Bravo.
Yeah.
The chat roll wants you to say
She just
yeehaw,
likes the
though.
network.
Oh, they want you to say
Yeehaw! Yeah. That's right. I'm going tech style, throwing out to my Colorado cowboy roots.
Yeah. So
You look like Indiana Jones tonight.
That's my little fedora.
But yeah.
Doc Holliday.
But I want to see them do more stuff like that. It really made sense. It was really cool. It's like Vince is watching. He made that immediate phone call, and it wasn't the cliche normal type thing. And I don't know if they purposely teased it like it was going to be, if the writers did that, or if it just kind of ended up that way. But
I think it's one of those lucky things maybe that it fell into it how you like. Like, you sit in film class and you're like, I love how I think the director used the symbolism of the shadows, and it's like, no, dude, there was just some bad shadows.
Yeah, I've heard stories of Jerry O'Connell sitting at NYU as the teachers are talking about Stand By Me, and he's like, yeah, I was on set, and Rob Reiner never said anything about what you're saying right now.
So the stipulation was actually, though, because we didn't talk about what the stipulation that Vince agreed upon, is that if The Rock gets disqualified or counted out, CM Punk will win and acquire the WWE Championship.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, I was hoping they would also say, just storyline-wise, I thought it would be cool that if I wanted them there to be some stipulation where if Punk won also, that they would strike The Rock's championship win from the record books, continuing his historic streak. So I was hoping they'd come in with that, but they didn't.
And we had a bonus during this whole nice writing thing. We had a glimpse, a little treat of old Vince when he went, "Shut up!"
Oh yeah.
And yelled on the speakerphone.
That was terrific, Josh.
It was great, and I liked when he hung up.
Finally,
it was funny when he hung up on Heyman. Just the whole segment was really well done.
Yeah,
really well done.
You know what segment was next?
What segment was next? Was that the 3MB?
No, that's
Fandango.
Oh, Fandango. Oh yeah. I'm still waiting for our friend Maria Menounos to show up with Dancing with Fandango.
This is one of 3 promos we get tonight.
2.
Oh, right?
Only 2.
Well, crap. I hope it was.
I hope it was more, because I want to see that dude's shot of his tights as they pan up. That's what you're saying, right, Josh?
Josh likes male dancers. I mean, what can I say?
You know? Several times so we can see Fandango again.
I just hope we get like 10 years of Fandango promos. And he never debuted.
In XPW, we had a guy named Doomhammer that we always had these promos every week. Doomhammer is coming, and he never debuted.
I was saying, that would be really funny.
He never debuted.
Really?
10 years later, at our anniversary show, we threw him in a battle royal.
That's awesome.
Oh man, Daniel Bryan and Y2J, first big, legit, serious contention type match of the show. Stipulation on the line, obviously. Y2J trying to get into the Elimination Chamber. They both wrestled with matching outfits today. Similar, same colors.
It looked like it'd be a good team.
It's annoying. They all got multiple types of gear.
You purposely.
When you go realize that you're wrestling, when you're talking in the back and you see, oh, your gear looks like mine. Let me go put on my other gear today. That's in my opinion.
I agree. I do the same thing all the time. It's like, you got your reds on. Okay, I'll go put my blue in.
Like I would have a problem if I was supposed to work against Biggie Langston. I'd be like, damn. damn, dude, you're wearing the same style of trunks I'm wearing.
You don't have the horse legs.
Right over Ryan's head on that one. He's like... good strong matchup, man. I mean, as you would expect between the two.
Yeah.
Stronghold style, strong style.
Yeah, probably match of the night.
Yeah, I mean, it's not saying
The
much.
longest.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
We saw a nice series of submissions and counters with them trying to
great
exchange
false
between
finishes.
between the Lion Tamer and the Yes Lock or No Lock.
I loved where some different counters than we've seen really for the Walls of Jericho.
Hooking
where
arms, hooking legs.
Hooking arms and rolling under. He turned around, like rolled under, and then tried to roll into the no lock, and he almost got it, and he couldn't quite get that arm. That sequence is really, really cool.
Yeah, and there was a moment when Jericho was trying to get all that stuff in. Just tried to lock in that Lion Tamer again. Brian able to roll out with a massive kick to the head. Everyone thought that maybe that was going to be the setup for the finish, but no, it kept going.
Yep.
Let me say this, man, the tenacity of Daniel Bryan. Here's a dude who in this match, I mean, he attacked everything he did. And I don't mean like attacking offensively with skills and moves, but like when he got swung into the corner or whipped into the corner, I mean, he goes charging in that corner and he attacks that corner and gets slammed in, and he takes that. I mean,
Dolph Ziggler does the same thing.
Absolutely, just tenacious, man. Just attacks.
Those are the things that separate good from great.
He's getting a little bigger too, right? Getting a little swole.
Yeah, we noticed that today. It looks like Daniel Bryan gaining a little bit of weight.
Really?
Maybe the change in diet, but
Off the
definitely.
vegan.
I'm not saying he's fat or like he's out of shape,
No,
so I'm not
looks
saying
good.
in a negative way, but definitely looks like he's putting on a little thickness. Face, his body.
Maybe hitting
healthy.
hitting some heavy weights.
Could be. I mean, it looks healthy.
Yeah.
You prefer a thin man, Cathy Kelley, or you prefer a muscular man, or you like a little chub for some love?
I prefer a man with a great personality.
Oh, there we go. There's the safe answer. Boo.
If we were to rank your body types in the WWE, do you like, based on body types, a Dolph Ziggler, a Wade Barrett,
A hornswoggle.
or a Brodus Clay?
One of the first two.
Who are they? Wade Barrett.
I don't remember what I
Who's
said.
the first
I
one?
feel like they have
Ziggler.
very similar body types, though.
Ziggler and Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think
Cena.
of someone
You
who's
go to Ziggler,
who's
Randy
Cena.
Orton or Cody
or
Rhodes.
who's got that
or
Ziggler-ish, they're still muscular. Who's got someone that's
Cena.
that's solid but not,
Ryback.
no, but he's still
Ryback.
big.
Ryback.
Ryback's bodybuilder, whatever, we don't
I mean,
care.
that's another. Okay, who cares?
Dolph
People are like,
for the-
shut up and move on. What's the next match?
Jericho
morons?
hits a code breaker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
covers.
Yeah.
1,
2, 3.
boom, in the matchup. Elimination Chamber action. This Sunday, live on pay-per-view. Call your cable or satellite provider.
Yeah, this was the go home episode of Raw.
You know where you can find us?
On iTunes, I
You
believe,
can
right?
find us on iTunes.
Where please don't give us 1 star.
Give us 5.
5, yeah.
Go over there, rate it,
I
comment.
think that other person didn't realize it's 5 is good, not 1 isn't the best.
Oh no!
you know?
Reading those comments
Like-
again, he realized.
Like thinking it's number 1. Like
no,
number 1
he
stars.
realized.
Okay.
Noid realized.
I just he doesn't know the meaning of condescending. I don't think.
We've had great comments on the iTunes.
Yeah.
Our star levels are going up. I'd like AfterBuzz to change in the weekly schedule. We're not a 4-star show. We're a 4.5-star show.
No.
I don't want to be slighted. This half a star.
Oh, you got to take that up with Phil.
I'll take it up with Phil. Phil, you want to take this into the ring? We'll take it in the ring.
We're wrestlers. We can take it outside too.
He's going down.
Yeah.
He's going down.
Grocery stores.
Oh, we forgot to say though. Tell a friend. Go to the iTunes. Subscribe.
Yes.
Rate. Comment. It only takes a minute.
I agree.
You could probably
I'm
do it
glad
in
you
30.
agree.
You could probably actually do it in 30 seconds.
You could probably do it in 20.
Yeah, probably. So it doesn't even take a minute.
I bet I can rate and comment on this show in less than 17 seconds. If you used to watch,
That's a bold
if you used to
statement.
watch
Wait, maybe-
Name That Too,
maybe-
and you'd be like,
maybe-
well, no, I
well-
believe I can rate and comment on this show in less than 11 seconds.
Well, you know what? Next time I'm over at your place, we're making a little
I'll say,
video on my
Ryan, rate
iPhone,
that show.
and we'll see how quickly you can do that.
All right, I'm out
Can
there
you do it
today.
in 17 seconds?
Sheamus, Ryback, and John Cena taking on the 3-man band to start off our number 2, baby.
Yeah. The
Squash
3-man band's
match.
getting better every week.
They have a lot of personality,
Yeah, they
man.
do.
I want moves like gender.
You want the moves like Jinder. You want the moves like Jinder. You want the moves.
Like Jinder.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part in the match, is when Jinder was getting beat up and Cena tagged in. And he comes running in to beat him up. Jinder gets away, and the disappointment, the look of disappointment on Cena's face.
This was a fun match.
It was fun.
Even as a squash, just 3MB is great in the role.
Yeah.
I don't think, if people want to say, oh, they should be getting better push, better play, they could lose every time, and they're enjoyable to watch.
For right now, yeah, absolutely.
It's a good slow build. We could eventually turn them into something serious.
It definitely could. These three guys, they've figured out their
yeah, this is a breakthrough for them this year.
Absolutely.
And I think we're gonna see big things out of McIntyre, Slater, and Jinder this year in 2013.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cathy? Jinder Mahal for the World Heavyweight Championship 2013?
Maybe 2016, 2017. Not quite.
If he lasts that long.
Ryback gets on the mic post-match, and he says that it's going to be a big day this Sunday. Because Sunday is the day I feast on the Shield. Feed me more. Feed me more. Da, 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 da. Next segment, SmackDown recap. Get to see what's going on between Alberto Del Rio and the Big Show. A little bit about a tour bus, some paint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some sticky paint too. He couldn't move.
Josh is sitting there yelling at him. He's like, "Big Show, just move out of the way!"
Yeah, and Big Show's reaction when
he's crying
instead of being angry. Yeah,
Which Big Show are we getting right now?
Yeah. It seemed like we've been getting an angry Big Show, and now we get a sensitive and vulnerable Big Show again.
No,
we're getting a knucklehead Big Show.
Yeah.
No one wants a knucklehead Big Show.
No.
Well, and then we cut back to.
I'd rather have a badass Big Show that Del Rio beats and makes Del Rio.
You want a badass Big Show?
Yeah.
We're gonna give you a badass Big Show because Yoshitatsu and Alex Riley were in the back talking, doing their thing like they do at a regular Raw broadcast, chill in the back, shoot the S, have a good time. While
Alex Riley looked like a college kid, just kind of sitting there with the hat backwards and like the hoodie.
And Yoshi, and they were talking and they were making fun of the situation. And Riley was going off on Big Show. Said he was,
looked like a big traffic cone.
Big traffic cone.
Where is Alex Riley?
Stop. And then he's in the backstage segments.
No, I know, but like we need to see him wrestling out.
You could see him on house shows, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, so after he talks about the giant traffic cone, Yoshitatsu's like, he looks like a giant carrot, and then Big Show, boom, KO punch, 2 in a row, knocks out both men. And then I think we went to a commercial, came back from commercial, Striker's in the middle of the ring, getting ready to conduct
This is cool, yeah. I like this.
Yeah, that's right.
Getting ready to conduct an interview with Big Show, opens up his mouth to ask the first bit of his question. Boom! KO punch. Striker goes down.
The only thing that segment was missing was JBL in commentary talking about how this is the greatest day of my life. Matt Striker just got knocked out.
That's very funny. Look, everyone's getting good on impersonations lately. It's very good, very good. It's very strong.
So I
see impersonations like that at some of our other AfterBuzz co-host comedy shows, like Christian Rosenberg's Cut That Promo that took place last night.
I'm so bummed I missed that last night.
What are you gonna do?
I didn't get. I think I was still in India when it was starting. So
after the knockout, it seemed like Big Show was going to cut a promo and express his emotions to the WWE universe, and they were giving it to him and mad at him and jeering him and everything, and he just couldn't get it out, and he just walks away. Yeah, frustrated.
Yeah.
We have a frustrated Big Show is what we have.
Yeah. That's cool.
He knocks out 3 superstars.
Cathy Kelley.
Very serious.
Hall of Fame time.
Yes.
Are you excited about the induction of Bruno Sammartino, the living legend?
Well, that is one of the few things that I don't know, and you know that. The history.
But you get to see a bit of the history through the recap packages.
No, it's exciting, and I'm excited for the induction because I have been following the people that are there now, and then I've been also watching some of the DVDs from the past.
And this was an era where this guy held the title for 6 years.
Almost 8.
Almost 8 years.
Almost 8.
Now we're making a big deal that this year and a half, year and a couple months by CM Punk is amazing, and it's unprecedented in recent history.
And here's the thing too. Well, here's the thing they don't talk about. Then he lost the belt, but then he got it back
and did another long run.
And he held it for like another 5.5. It's this third. He has the longest run and the third longest run. So he held the title for almost like between the two runs like 13 years. It's crazy.
Many wrestling wrestling experts believe he should have been the very first person inducted.
Yeah, and this almost now finally legitimizes the WWE Hall of Fame. You know, this is almost like not having Babe Ruth in the Baseball Hall of Fame. So finally, you know, they got him in, and you know, Bruno had issues with the product for a really long time, and they say I've been reading up a little bit about it, and I guess it took 7 months of Triple H just constantly in contact, you know, showing him their drug policies and, you know, having him watch the product and seeing how much it's changed. That changed his mind.
So Triple H was able to convince the Great One that it's worth his while.
Yeah.
Supposedly a lot of money on this deal, supposedly.
Yeah,
too.
supposedly. And also, you know, I also saw him talking about how Triple H was trained by Killer Kowalski, so he's got this great appreciation for the old school and the old style. So
Now, not necessarily related to this, but did you see the recent comments, I think this week or last week, that Bret Hart made about Triple H?
Yeah, I love Bret. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
At Dana MD was asking, what do we think about Bret Hart's comments about him?
I love Bret. Yeah, and I actually commented back that I love Bret. Bret's one of my favorites of all time, but I don't fully agree because I think Triple H is
had some great matches.
Far better, yeah. I mean, say Triple H isn't top 1,000. Like, I think that's a.
I know there's a political game to be played here,
Yeah.
but I'm okay with being open-minded
Yeah.
and speaking what's on
I
my
think
mind,
Triple H is amazing.
telling it like it is. I mean, my only one thing that I really have a complaint was I hated that Triple H Conan entrance at WrestleMania when he was on the throne.
Yeah,
People talk about loving that. To me, I thought that was just I hated it. It was so douchebaggy to me. Like, wrestler-wise, I think he's good in the ring. I think he's a talented guy.
And
obviously, he knows the business well, and he does a good job, and he has love for it and respect for it.
And he's one of those guys that I don't think was exactly a natural.
It was also the headband he wore with that entrance. He was wearing the crest on his head. And
you know, if you looked at him early on and his promos and everything,
you guys
I
are
don't
all
know.
afraid to say something bad about him.
No, I don't
You're
think.
afraid.
Oh no,
No,
I'm
I'm about to say.
I'll look right in that camera and say Triple H. No, I'm not calling him out.
No, I don't. I think early on he was a guy that might not have exactly been a natural on the mic and whatever, but he worked so hard and got himself to being one of those top guys. And I love guys like that do it through hard work and love.
And probably would have gotten there even faster if it wasn't for the situations of his friends. If it wasn't for the Click walking out, he probably would have been on a faster rise. I mean, he was on a meteoric rise when he first started his Hunter Hearst Helmsley, only to get squashed by the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 12.
He was the only one that could be punished for that.
Absolutely. While Shawn went and captured the belt at that WrestleMania.
Yeah, Shawn was the top star, so they couldn't punish him, and the other two left. So he was the only one that had to take the punishment for everybody.
H, man. Like when I was a kid and he had won the title, like he was the only guy on TV that I almost didn't want to watch Raw or the Warzone because he was champion, and it was like just the heel power behind that guy. And I liked his WrestleMania entrance. I thought Cena's was worse.
You would.
Yeah, I love He-Man. You know, I was like, Conan, yeah.
I didn't love that part. Yeah. You know, what are you going to do? That's a personal taste thing. That's not anything.
And I just heard a little rumor that the next Hall of Fame announcement will be in 2 weeks.
Oh.
So.
Is it going to be a celebrity?
I don't know.
Brooklyn Brawl?
That's all.
Jack
that's all I know.
Swagger.
That would be a good one. Oh, yeah.
He's back.
I got stuff to say about this one,
He's taking on Zack Ryder, and as he comes to the ring for this match on Raw, I mean, I think he was on last week, but his comeback return, so to speak, he's got someone following him, a man by the name of Zebediah Coulter.
Dirty Dutch Mantel is what I like to know him by. Yeah, and this whole thing, I got to say this. I'm always hard on Jack Swagger. This is the first time I bought Jack Swagger was tonight.
Well, I don't know if you've been watching. Have you seen SmackDown or anything the last week or two?
I saw it last week, but
Swagger's been aggressive, and he's been great.
Was way more aggressive. I like the hair was a little greasy and kind of in his face. He's got the beard growing, so changed his look. I wonder if they were listening a couple weeks ago where we were talking about him not being repackaged. They've now got him with Jebediah, and it looks like they're going with a little gimmick, which. I saw some comments on Facebook. People, talking about a little bit of the racism in
How
this
we get
promo.
These people. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he gets
Very Tea Party.
Jack got the easy win over Zack Ryder with the Patriot Act,
Yep.
with that ankle lock, and then he got on the mic and expressed this new philosophy, this new opinion, this new
Which
stance.
a lot of people in this country have. I mean, even if you take the racism angle out of it, just the shoring up the borders and the illegal aliens, not to get into a political conversation, but a lot of people around the country feel that way. So this is kind of a hot button topic. So who knows where this can go?
We the people.
All I thought about was when them talking about this stuff was back in the early '90s with Sergeant Slaughter, and it's not quite as hot button as that was, but it was a topical kind of controversial situation. So it kind of made me think of Sergeant Slaughter taking the side of the Iraqi people back in the '90s.
Dirty Dutch used to write a great article in the back of Wow magazine, which was an amazing wrestling magazine.
Great wrestling magazine.
That only lasted for like a year, and then the company went bankrupt.
Wasn't it longer? I thought it was a couple of years.
Maybe it went 2, but it didn't last very long.
It was an amazing magazine.
But it was the best magazine ever made.
Yeah.
It was just awesome photo spreads, just great graphic design,
World
great
of
layout.
Wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually what drew me to move to California, work for XPW, is because they were covering them. But yeah, Dutch used to write an article there. When I was down once again in Nashville, I had some business dealings with one Dutch Mantel. Yeah, it's great. Teddy Long, Booker T, Dolph Ziggler, along with AJ and Biggie Langston, they're in the back, and they're setting up the fact that Dolph now wants in the Elimination Chamber. They say, well, we didn't think you wanted in the Elimination Chamber. You got your Money in the Bank briefcase, but now Dolph wants in.
But it made sense, the reason why he wants in. Now that Jericho is in it, because he wants to
get a piece.
He wants to get a piece. I mean, Jericho's not even supposed to be there. He's
a part-timer.
Right. Well, not just
he
just
got
that.
beaten, was taken out of the company.
He was taken out of the company, so he was not supposed to come back. So Ziggler's upset about that. So I thought that all made sense. The psychology, the reasoning behind it, all made sense.
Booker T and Teddy Long say that everyone's had to impress someone to get in, impress us to get into the match, beat someone of significance. I tell you what, you and the big red monster Kane, whoever wins that gets a spot in the chamber.
I like it.
You like it. Did you like Miz versus Cody?
And, okay,
Rhodes?
actually, before that, I want to say with Big E, I say it again. I don't like Big E with these guys. Big E needs to be taken away. It's like they're just shoving lines in there for him to get something in, and it takes away from Ziggler. It just they need to separate these two. They should have never been put together in the first place, in my personal opinion. They take away from each other. There's no reason for Big E to be there.
And that's the opinion of the Colonel.
Yeah, it's just my opinion, but I mean, I don't want to act like a typical smark, and be future endeavored, but...
Cathy, how about your opinion?
I think that Dolph and AJ are going to end things soon, and Big E's going to go with her.
Is that wishful thinking?
No. I don't know. I see an end to that little storyline. So...
I think it could be an instant.
See, I don't want
She wasn't wearing
that.
a shirt tonight.
I don't want that. I don't think we've seen enough of that, because Big E immediately got jammed in there and he's ruined this thing with them. Get him out of there.
He's a third wheel.
He's a third wheel. Put him somewhere else. He's
so the
great.
only way to really do that is to turn him face.
Turn him face or do something. Get him out of there and let him feud with Ziggler.
Because you got to turn someone to get him out of that.
Yeah, I can't stand him.
But do you want to see a Ziggler and Langston feud?
Sure. No. Yeah. we could.
Sure. No.
You know what? You can do a match over Raw, split them real fast, and put Ziggler and put him somewhere else. Just do a quick little split and get them away from each other. They're both great. I don't like them together. They're crowding each other to me.
I think
that
they
makes
could be
sense.
magical.
That makes sense.
They just need time. He need to
I don't think so. I don't think so. It doesn't work.
Because Josh likes funny. Josh likes goofy Langston.
Not with Ziggler.
Ooh, that could be his new name.
Ziggler's
Goofy Langston.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped with it though. I think he accidentally did it that one time on Main
I don't think it was
Event.
accidental.
But then they haven't done it really ever since then. Ever since he did the.
Yeah.
No, but they did, because then they went
Watch
into the
his NXT
announcer role when he did the Howard Cosell or whatever.
Yeah. Go back to the 5 count. They were doing an NXT and the chalk in the hands and the power lifter thing. I mean, At least do something.
That's on the repackaging when they try to do a World's Strongest Man with him and turn him into the Beast down the line.
Yeah.
Let him go against the World's Strongest Man.
The man who is groomed.
That's a great idea. Big E Langston versus Mark Henry.
I was just going to segue and you just crashed my beautiful segue.
Sorry.
Man.
Well, he just said it, and I got excited. I'm sorry.
Big E versus Mark Henry. Oh, screw my segue.
Yeah, screw your segue.
The man who is groomed for greatness. Taking on the most must-see superstar in WWE history, The Miz.
Yes.
A lot of gold dust chants trying to break out in this match. Think the WWE execs, the brass. Look, you just keep pulling out that can today.
I was just trying to get the last little bit out.
Get those last drops, give a little massage,
Yes.
a little tickle to the vocal cords.
Yeah.
Do you think that the WWE brass will listen to the crowd and give the people what they want? And that's Cody Rhodes versus Goldust in a WrestleMania matchup.
50-50. Sometimes they listen. Sometimes they're like, "Screw you! I'll show you what you want." So we've been asking for it for 2 years. Hopefully, they finally give it to us.
Rumble was a big indicator for that.
Why are you just smiling at Cathy? Okay, here's the creepy staring comments we can get, everybody. What about those creepy just staring?
Solid.
There were laser beams. I was staring at you, staring. There were laser beams.
Solid. Man, Cesaro was on commentary in this match.
Yes.
They said that people ask him, why does he carry an American flag to the ring with him? And he says he does it because he conquered the American flag, and it's a feeling that he's better than all these people, and he has conquered them, and that's why he does it.
Yeah.
After the matchup. So in this match, action's going on. First off, Miz is destroying Cody in this match. I mean, Cody was getting his ass kicked throughout this whole entire match. Finally, Cesaro tries to get involved, albeit unsuccessfully at first.
With his Merce.
Yeah, he did get
his Merce
he got
attached
pushed
to him.
He got pushed on his butt with his Merce.
Right.
First time I've seen a man
Kicked.
attack another man while he's holding a Merce.
Holding a Merce. It's a satchel,
Satchel.
as Cesaro likes to
Yes.
say, because he's very European.
Yes.
Europeans carry a satchel.
They're very metro.
Well.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Seinfeld episode with George gets a man purse? It's a satchel.
Was it the same episode as the Man's Ear, or no?
No, I think it
that's
was a different episode.
And the bro?
Yeah, a different episode.
But Cesaro, my God. After he removes his satchel,
Oh my God!
he grabs a hold of Miz's
This
ankles
is great.
and starts baseball swinging it
Giant
into the,
swing.
That was so
into
cool.
the barricade.
Yeah.
Over
7
and over.
times.
Yeah, I've seen that done before, but not that many
The
times.
giant swing is awesome. Like usually you see the guy just swinging around and then release him and let him take the spin around and slam, or you'll see it in a tag team maneuver situation where one guy spins the other guy and then the guy comes in with a drop kick to the head on the guy while he's spinning. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but I like the into the. I mean,
It was awesome into the barricades.
I've seen that before.
But usually you don't see 7 of them and stuff.
No, I saw, and it was the first time I've ever saw it was an old TNA match, AJ Styles versus Dallas / Lance Hoyt, who became Vance Archer, I believe. Did it 2 or 3 times, and I was like, oh, that was awesome. So that's what that made me think of, and this was to another level.
Another level.
Yeah, it was
WWE.
awesome. Yeah,
we all love
it was
Cesaro.
great.
We all love him.
He's
We'll
amazing.
just see what he does over time.
Yeah.
There's not much more you can say.
Yeah, this guy's a future not world champ, but WWE champ. I mean, this guy.
Some would say we're always jock sniffing on Antonio Cesaro.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but he's amazing. I mean, there's nothing
course,
else
he's
to
awesome.
say. Yeah,
What's wrong with you people?
yeah, he's. You know,
Did you see what he did tonight?
the
My God.
interesting thing about him is, you know, what's really interesting to me about Cesaro is he's part of that group of all the indie guys, the CM Punks and Daniel Bryans. He's the one guy though out of that group that has the WWE body and size and look.
Yeah, with the indie skills.
With the indie skills, so he's very, very interesting, and he is going straight to the top very quickly.
Who's the last book you read?
Oh, I have no idea.
You should start reading some more and participate in the WrestleMania reading challenge.
Oh, I should. Okay.
Brodus Clay loves to read.
Yes.
You sound like a sick duck. Honk, honk.
I don't know. We got a kick out of it.
We did. They did the recap package of the WrestleMania reading challenge, and it's got Brodus just reading to kids, and that's the line that they show of him reading. You sound like a sick duck. Honk, honk. I like to read. Reading is fundamental.
Reading's good. Yes.
Josh, you read books?
I try to. I get a big stack that I need to read, and I'm like, dang.
Well, Josh listens to books.
I probably should.
I know people that like listen to books. I'm like, that's not the same thing. That's cheating. I'm like, have you read such and such book? They're like, yeah, I listened to it in my car. I'm like, it's not the same thing, dude. It's
Kathy, you don't have time to read, do you?
It's still ingesting the information.
I don't know.
Do you have time to read?
It depends.
Do you like to read?
Yeah, I
Reading's
do.
good.
I just don't have enough time lately.
So obviously, Kathy's defending books on tape, so she I guess listens to books.
Whenever I go on long car trips, like when
They
I
are
drove
great
out
for
to
that.
LA.
Yeah, I had a buddy who was a PA out here, so he's always in his car, and he would go through like 3 or 4 books a week.
What's that have to do with wrestling? Ryan?
Nothing.
Where's our off-topic button?
Yeah, where's our off-topic button? Where is it?
Rosa Mendez is dancing in the ring, gyrating her hips, doing what the Latina women do, along with Epico and Primo. And then Brodus Clay and the Funkadactyls make their way to the ring.
Are they going to let the Funkadactyls fly
Somebody call
again?
their mama.
And
somebody call my mama.
We were actually.
Somebody call my mama.
This is probably a good segment. Someone hit me up and asked me if we could discuss the women's tag match from Main Event.
Clum is so serious today.
Yeah, I'm always
Why
serious.
so serious?
I'm just very tired.
so serious?
I'm just tired. I had a very long weekend. I had 3 wrestling matches
It's like
this
all
weekend.
business.
So, yeah.
It's all business.
Got to get through this broadcast.
But yeah, are we going to let the Funkadactyls fly like they did on Main Event? That was awesome.
They're
Yeah.
amazing. Did you see Main Event this week? Probably not. Man, Funkadactyls wrestled in the tag team match. They're good.
Yeah, Cameron's okay. I mean, there's some issues.
She's
with
still
her.
good though.
She's all right.
She's young. She's green.
all right.
She's green. She's green.
Naomi.
It's good.
Yeah, Naomi was good. Yeah,
That girl good.
I'd like to see how she sells a couple things because she just came in and got some big high flying moves in.
I think she's gonna be good. She's a girl to build on for sure.
And she's got some unique offense, so it's really amazing. Yeah.
Again, no Divas match.
Yeah, but they got their moment. They got their moment.
Now
tonight.
they got we had a good Divas match on that Wednesday on main event, and then.
Anyways, Brodus
got a
Intense,
couple
I got an
things.
easy win on this one. No problem, no issue.
But now we got definitely the Funkadactyls got involved at the end, which was cool. I want to see more of this.
I think we all want to see more of the Funkadactyls.
Yeah, and I'd almost like to see them almost become equals now to Brodus and Tensai, maybe them become more of a faction of 4 than a tag team with a couple valets. Like to have the 4 of them kind of become a little bit of a group.
Dancers with
pom-poms.
Who's Divas champion right now? Caitlyn?
Yes. Who wasn't even in this episode?
I haven't seen her in a while. Yeah, your very favorite diva of all time, though, Caitlyn.
Man, I can't wait to see Naomi versus. Why are you laughing, Kathy?
You tried to change the subject so quickly.
No, she really is. He's a big fan.
And she loves mustaches too.
Hey.
That's exactly why. He heard that and.
Hey. Yeah, I don't know what we were talking about, but. That's
Epico and Primo.
Being awesome.
Look at you getting all red.
Hour 3. Let me tell you this. We told you about iTunes. Let me tell you a little bit about a place called YouTube. YouTube.com/AfterBuzzTV, where your wildest dreams and fantasies come true, and you could watch us recap your favorite shows.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go watch our show on YouTube. Give us some hits. We want to see these hits rise.
Yeah, we don't get
to
enough
the top.
YouTube hits, and the fact is Ryan gets very upset when our YouTube numbers are down.
Well, we were down for a little bit, but we're back on the
he
upswing.
Beats us with sticks when they're down. So please,
I get upset. That's why you guys get these pep talk texts, because it's like, come on, let's get some promotion going on.
For Kathy's sake, please get our YouTube hits up.
Needs
So
the followers.
Ryan
She
doesn't have.
needs
She
the
doesn't have to
followers.
hear Ryan all over her all the time.
I thought it was she doesn't have to get whiffed.
Yeah, because he blames her.
He does blame me.
I
Yeah,
do like
he
to blame
completely
you a
blames
lot.
her.
I blame a lot of things on Kathy.
Yeah.
Man, the Shield starts off hour 3.
And Ambrose got a mic in his hand. Yes.
We stand united in this ring with the sole purpose of shielding the WWE from atrocities.
That's not bad.
That was really good. Wasn't as good as his. What did you do earlier?
I don't know. I don't
remember
remember.
now.
And then they pass the mic to Seth.
Yeah.
You really? I liked all 3 of them on the mic.
Yeah.
I thought they were great.
Seth just sounds too.
Like CM Punk.
You're a promo douche, dude, because you're too good at promo. You're like, I don't
you know what?
know.
He just sounds
it wasn't
too-
all that great.
Ambrose sounds like a psychotic, crazy man.
You like that you're a pro douche?
Roman's
Constipated.
is just put so much into it.
I was so distracted by his colored contacts that I couldn't even listen to what he was saying.
But I found Rollins just came off sounding like he was he's the soft one of the group.
No, he's
a little he's a little nerdy.
He was just a ripoff of CM Punk.
He's a little nerdy.
I don't know. I disagree.
I don't think he comes off as manly.
I mean, you think about it, like their
Josh, you're the expert on manliness.
Yeah, Josh.
Yes.
No, just because of your attraction to manliness.
The packages and stuff.
So what do you think? You would throw him on the 3 scale on the 1, 2, 3 of the Shield. On the Shield scale of manliness, he's a 3.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? That's just fact.
Think about when they
but it doesn't mean he's not a man. I mean, just because
I'm not saying he's not good. He's great, but at the same time,
I think he's great.
I didn't love him on the mic.
Yeah,
I like them.
Think about their clothes when they were closing up the promo. Ambrose was like started to get really psychotic. We're gonna come after you, and then Roman Reigns comes right in there, spitting, screaming.
If you want us, come get us.
Yes. And then Seth, where are you? Where are you at?
I love that.
Where are
You
you
love
at?
this. Oh my god. Like it ended, like that segment was great on ending on Reigns right there when he yelled.
Freaking
He
out.
finished the line, he's like, and then Seth just throws the cheesiest little line in, and you're like, come on, you just took away the heat.
when they were all like, come on.
And then Ambrose had to grab the mic again because he was like, I can't let it end on that line.
I love that where it's like, this is your last chance, guys. Blah, blah, blah. Come out. I loved all that part.
It's simply empty threats from morally empty individuals. And it's the bubble that John Cena lives in because he lives in a world with no consequences, not like the world that we all live in. It's the John Cena problem, and they're going to take care of it.
Amen.
And then, this is where Roman went crazy.
Yeah.
Because he said, you better bring fresh air because we will drown you. No, maybe, I think it was Seth may have said that line. Because then he had the, believe in the Shield. And then the lights went out.
And we're like, oh, is there going to be a gong? No.
I didn't know if we thought there'd be a gong there.
I had
Because you're an internet mark,
internet guy,
and you saw the picture of Undertaker being in Nashville this week.
I knew Cena was.
I think WWE's intentionally trying to swerve people out.
When the lights went out, I did think Undertaker. I'm sure everybody did.
And that was the end of.
Lights come back on, Sheamus.
And they're all brawling in the ring.
What's Mega Power's name for them?
Oh, we said
Mega Powers. That was Hulk Hogan and Macho Man.
But we were saying, what do we call the trio?
The trio?
This is like the new Mega Powers.
No, it's not.
Ryback, Sheamus, and Cena.
They don't get a name.
Corporate.
I call them political maneuverability.
It's good for the business. It's good.
It's good for the business, and
Sheamus hugging on Cena.
And that's their catchphrase.
That would actually be a good team name for like a good heel group. Political maneuverability.
Well, there we go.
Even though it'll be very hard for people to say.
Sensational politics.
But they beat the crap out of Shield. Shield ran, hightailed it.
Yeah.
And all the little kids touching on
Good brawl,
Cena.
though. Good brawl the way they did this because they all fought over the barricades. Yeah. Interestingly enough, you don't see security ever in the aisleways when they go up there, but the people were doing a good job of staying in their seats
on this one.
until Cena got the best of, I believe it was Seth at that point.
Yeah, it was Seth.
Seth went powdering up, and then there's this little kid in an orange shirt who came waddling down the stairs because he wanted to touch John Cena.
There were so many kids.
And then there was this little kid on the side who was like looking up at him like, it's pretty cute. The kids were pretty adorable in that situation.
You know, one thing too is just when the Shield make their entrance and they come down, the one thing I notice I love is just the way these guys move. They move with purpose and intent and just they beeline for things.
There's a little bit of acting skills in there. An actor only moves when there's a reason to move. Yeah. They don't just randomly walk around a stage.
Almost no wasted movement with these guys. There's no wasted movement at all. It's amazing to watch. I'm in awe of watching them sometimes.
Cathy, do you think the girl in the front row with the Cena throw shirt here bullseye sign ended up getting a Cena Cena shirt?
Unfortunately, no.
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 You don't think they ended up walking down and did like a good deed like we did when we were at the WWE show and just handed like the kid like
Cena
a
shirts
t-shirt?
to everyone. Here, we have 10 Cena shirts.
Hand out the shirts to people who already have shirts.
Silence!
That was our EP, Phil.
Silence! Because Damian Sandow's about to speak.
Uh-oh.
Comes down to the ring. He's got a matchup against
Alberto.
Del Rio. Great entrance by Ricardo this week.
Yeah.
Strong with the Alberto. I mean, he had some gusto behind his voice.
He hasn't been there in a couple weeks, so
He was
he's
saving
stoked.
it up. I mean, I didn't do a stopwatch, but I mean that was a strong one.
Yeah,
and
let's
the
see if
crowd in
anyone told us on
Nashville.
Twitter.
So he had a strong Alberto. Del Rio.
That was terrible at the end.
Well, no, I wasn't trying to be good at the end because I was.
Oh, of course. That's
No, I really wasn't.
Well, I was trying to be crap.
No,
Sorry,
I wasn't trying to be good on the Del Rio because I was ending it right there to then go. The crowd
By the way,
got involved as well.
I'm looking at Twitter. Josh Padgett's tweeting during the show. What are you doing using your...
When was that?
39 minutes
40
ago.
minutes ago.
We've
were
been there
doing
for 60. Say, trying to lie. Not only did he get
Wait,
caught...
and it says huge pop in the package. What?
Yeah, Josh, you're tweeting during the show, and then he tries to like, oh no, that was...
I'm trying to... Hey, he's talking about...
so
doing some
Silence!
Not only-
Silence! We're talking about Damian Sandow. This match was pretty much Alberto Del Rio in dominant control. Hits the cross arm breaker for the win. Gets on the mic, says the time for talking is over, and he's going to WrestleMania.
I'm okay with this. Sandow had a great promo before that. As long as he gets to cut a promo, I'm happy.
Barrett backstage, walking down the hallway, Intercontinental Championship in hand, only to be attacked by Bo Dallas.
Trying to get...
What?
Trying to give the kid a little edge.
Give a kid an edge. I mean, that's pretty heel, isn't it? I mean, randomly, the dude, I mean...
Well, because Barrett did it to him last week. Remember, Barrett attacked him.
I don't remember
in the exact same manner. After he beat... Or maybe it was on SmackDown he did it. And they didn't recap that, did they? Because what happened is he hit the thing, and then... Wade Barrett ambushed him in the back.
Yeah, I'll say I was just confused because the last day in my memory, I was only remembering.
Thing.
Yeah, I was remembering that Wade has had the best of the last final attack of Bo.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it was in the back.
Or no, excuse me. I was thinking that Bo had the best of Wade still going on.
Quick roll up.
So it was weird for me.
Bo got that quick win, and that was last week, right? And then I think it was on SmackDown
there was a follow-up.
Wade
Beat him down.
then almost identical in camera shots and everything as to what happened here, where he attacked him. They went tumbling over a bunch of stuff. It was almost identical to this. Yeah.
Next segment, we get a little more dance action because we
Little Kofi.
no. I'm not breaking anything. No, it was another segment for Fandango.
Oh yeah. And by the way,
this time it was Fandango.
I just got another update. It was 11.69 seconds for Ricardo,
Oh, that's not
according to
accurate.
Mr. Raven.
He's not accurate.
Yeah. Raven, he says you're not accurate, so
He's not even statistically
Yeah.
significant.
yeah, we'll see what
He's in the
we'll see
chat
what he
room, though,
responds
so
to.
we're-
And are we gonna be able? Are we getting from? Is it Damien's to say, man, Raven's sabotaging the?
He still gets
He's not even there, and he's still
gets play.
Still getting play. Yeah.
Kofi versus Wade Barrett. Good matchup again. Great finish.
Love the finish.
Amazing finish. This
Kofi
is
goes with like a
incredible.
baseball slide to the guy. Wade's on the outside, goes for baseball slide. Wade pulls the ring apron, covers him up, and boom!
Bullhammer.
Awesome. I jumped out of my couch when
this is,
couch when that happened.
Kathy
Kathy
liked when we
Kelley
both brought the
chimes in.
boom together right there.
Yeah,
Let's
you
do it
like
again.
that, Kathy?
3, 2, 1, boom! Yeah.
No need for a repeat. It was great the first time.
But Kathy chimed in after this. Kathy
Do one for
said she
safety
just doesn't buy Wade Barrett as a winner anymore.
That's what she said.
I know.
Really?
After
Doesn't
doing that.
buy him
If
as a
he's
winner
getting
because of
beat
his
by
Bo
a
stuff.
Noob
Because
every
of his
single
what stuff?
week.
Because of Bo.
Yeah.
Oh, because Bo beat him.
I thought that it was a great match. It seemed kind of weird this week.
Well, see, that was the idea.
She's
is
no
that-
longer
that
a Barrett
you should-
fan.
oh,
She
man.
thinks he's a loser.
Wow. The Bo killed the entire
She thinks he
character
should
for
be
him.
deported back to England.
I never
man.
said
I
that.
thought she was talking about Kofi at first.
Put him under a mask, right? Just
Dolph Ziggler versus
I thought it was great.
versus Kane.
Dang.
You didn't,
First time in a long time.
This one didn't click for me. One of the first times I've seen both Dolph and Kane in a match that didn't click.
Some people just don't always have the best chemistry. You can have two awesome people that may not just click, or maybe some nights.
I have no insider knowledge, nothing I've heard or anything of the sort. But I'm wondering and suspecting if Kane's got some nagging injury that he's been nursing.
Oh,
because I've noticed he's taken some bumps a little different lately. It looks like he's safety in something. He did a suplex to Dolph where he didn't even take the back bump. He kind of just scooped him and then just dumped him. And, he didn't take the bump.
Yeah, I was on my way over here listening to it, so
I just
didn't really see a lot of it.
End of the match came where Dolph Dolph is towards the apron. AJ went to climb up. Dolph gets hit, ends up knocking AJ off the apron. Biggie Langston catches AJ, but Dolph's distracted at that point, gets set up for the choke slam. Kane hits the choke slam, and Kane will be in the Elimination Chamber, solidifying our 6 members for the World Heavyweight Championship in the Elimination Chamber this Sunday. Randy Orton, Jack Swagger, Daniel Bryan, Kane, Mark Henry, and Jericho. Chris Mingle at CLM2440. I always see his little tweet to his Twitter handle, and I think it's you because I see the CLM, and I'm like,
gotcha.
Clum's got a second account that he's trying to pass off. But no, Chris Mingle, he's psyched that Henry's in the chamber.
Yeah.
Colin Henry with the win. I may take that same prediction. Yeah. I'd like to go with a Mark Henry win in the chamber.
I agree. I was thinking that same thing. I would love to see Mark Henry versus Alberto Del Rio at WrestleMania. I think that's the match I'd be most interested in seeing.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It'd be cool if Jericho won, and then him and him and Ziggler could do it. But that's just me.
But Ziggler do.
But we've seen that match so many times, though.
It's I would rather see ADR versus Henry. We've never seen it. Could be interesting. It's a big threat to his championship. He could just start laying out. He could do a lot of great stuff.
And the face style of the new Alberto Del Rio face style would work in a match against Henry.
Completely, because he's still that aggressive guy.
But he's still fast. And he's still stick and move. And
that's. I hope that's where they're leading this towards.
Could be good.
Yeah, that could be good.
Finally, The Rock has graced us with the final segment.
Yeah, was it Josh that was complaining about the one day off with The Rock? Or the 1 week off?
That he missed the 1 week?
He missed 1 week.
Maybe we should recap earlier in the broadcast. Yeah. So earlier in the broadcast, WWE style right there.
Yeah, there we go.
Rock says it's going to be a very special night here tonight. And he was happy that he can finally say, The Rock has come back to Nashville. Yeah. And then he goes and tells us a story.
Yeah, weird story.
About a crackhead in a bar and being 15 years old and buying his first car from a crackhead. And when he drove the car, he realized there was another body in the back, and it was another crackhead. Yeah. So The Rock said, "Get out of the car, crackhead." And what's the moral of the story? Ditch that bitch.
Yeah. It's not the strongest promo by him. Not my favorite.
Don't buy a car from a crackhead. Yeah. 2, be the 25-year-old Rock and take control of your life. Mm-hmm. This one just didn't connect with me in the slightest.
Not at all. Didn't connect with me either.
Can we get Punk out here, please?
You're gonna get Punk out here.
Excellent.
You are. And then Punk comes out to the top of the stage. And The Rock says, "You want to stack the deck? Bring it. You want to stand up there and smile? The Rock will beat your punk ass at the chamber. And if you walk down that ramp and into this ring, I'll beat your punk ass all over Nashville." Punk and Heyman slowly make their way to the ring. Are they or aren't they going to get in the ring? Are they or are they not going to have a physical confrontation and altercation? It looks like it's going to be a no. Because CM Punk and Heyman turn around, start walking up, but then CM Punk swerves!
Oh, yeah!
His advisor, Paul Heyman, jumps into the ring and goes on to the attack on The Rock, and they exchange blow for blow, forearm for forearm, punch for punch.
Till the spine on the pine. Remember that?
To the spine on the pine.
That's what JR used to say when he would hit the spine buster. The Rock would hit the spine buster. JR would go, "The spine on the pine!" Don't you remember that?
No, but that's funny.
Yeah.
Rock hits the spine buster, sets up the people's elbow. crisscrosses from one side of the ring to the other, jumps over CM Punk, hits the other ropes. On his way back to deliver that elbow, Paul Heyman reaches out, extends, grabs the ankle of The Rock, sending The Rock crashing down, face first on the canvas. The Rock is stunned. The Rock is selling his mouth, maybe even his nose, which may have hit the canvas.
That hurt your face.
Gets up, only to be put in the GTS by the self-proclaimed reigning WWE champion. Go to Sleep by CM Punk. Nighty Night Rock. CM Punk steals the championship belt.
I love that.
Goes up to the top of the
Makes sense character-wise.
of the stage, and he says, story time is over. And anytime you want to bring it, I'll bring it because it belongs to me.
Well, I'll come down and take it.
Anytime you want to
Right.
bring it, yeah, I don't know.
Because it's mine and I'll take
Right,
it.
because
I'll
it
come down and
belongs
take
to
it.
me, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote that down oddly because it seemed like I
Yeah.
wrote a quote, but I just killed the whole end of our broadcast.
Yeah.
No.
Nice job,
Your
dude.
fault, Kathy.
Just the whole show's screwed now.
Will you please type my notes next time?
You threw him on the floor before we started
Yeah,
filming,
that's true.
so.
Yeah, I threw a hissy fit because Kathy did something wrong. You threw your notes
52 card
down
pickup.
and said, pick those up.
So we have the Elimination Chamber this Sunday.
Nice segue.
Not only live on pay-per-view.
See, he really did that. He's trying not to.
But in the after show, once the pay-per-view goes off the air, and Phil, it will only be 3 hours, not 4. We're going to be doing an AfterBuzz TV after show recap for the Elimination Chamber.
Yay.
It's going to be our regular crew. Maybe we'll have some guests.
Yeah, we should try to find some guests. Maybe we can try to work that out.
Maybe.
Let's get The Rock in here.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No, because he's going to
So
be
he can
wrestling
watch
in the main
himself in the
event,
show.
Cathy Kelley.
He can teleport.
Oh.
No.
No, I'm
We
sorry.
don't have those kind of powers, but we do have some predictions.
I can make people
Maybe
teleport.
We can... Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then. Let's see it.
Well, I'm not saying I can do it live, but I can put up a
With some
video.
practice?
I can put up a video of you teleporting.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
We'll do that one day.
Okay.
Now, what matches do we have at Elimination Chamber? So
I have no idea.
We have the championship.
Rock
yeah.
versus CM Punk.
Rock
You
versus
got the
Punk.
Elimination Chamber. 6 men we already mentioned: Randy Orton, Jack Swagger, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, and Chris Jericho.
Yep. And then we have Shield versus
Shield
Mega
versus
Powers.
versus political maneuverability.
Political maneuvers.
I believe we have.
Is there United States Cesaro and
I
Miz?
believe
probably,
Cesaro
right?
and Miz have a match. I'm assuming we're going to get a Wade Barrett Bo Dallas
Probably.
match. Probably on a pre-show for that one, I would guess.
Yeah.
Maybe a Divas match?
I would think we'll
finally?
get a Divas match.
Maybe, yeah.
Who's
Probably,
Caitlyn?
I doubt. Maybe they'll. That's a maybe. That's a big maybe. If they need a time filler, they'll throw a Divas match in. But we haven't had any build up for that title.
But I don't know what other matches are on the card.
Yeah.
I want to talk more about last week a little bit. We had Nigel on. We talked
Yeah.
about his
Oh, yeah,
DVD,
yeah.
The Last of McGinnis. You can purchase it at nigelwrestling.com.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed a lot of people on the YouTube talking about the issue of blood.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people believing or disagreeing with Nigel's viewpoint.
Well, and here's the thing I noticed most is the point that they're making is completely different than the point of Nigel is saying why he doesn't want blood. They're going, well, artistically it adds to blah, blah, blah. Nigel's not worried about the art of the blood in it. Nigel's worried about the health reasons and people getting hepatitis. They haven't seen the doc yet,
Right.
but
I still believe that Nigel's perspective was even if 2 wrestlers are tested and shown as clean, he still is against the
because
process.
I think so, and I think he was more against the process because it'll then make, you have all these guys on the indies doing things that are very dangerous and doing death matches and bleeding all over the place. And I think he probably feels that, it instigates that a bit.
Sure.
And so I think he really meant out of the health reasons.
So I know-
and that was his main reason for
I
it.
noticed on YouTube some of the people said, well, why don't they just use fake blood and do situations like that if they
They
want?
have in the past. It's
Fake
very
blood,
rare.
and it's just someone was defending that it could be done and can be done well. And I'll go on and say, as
hard.
someone even on indies, like on my shows that I used to promote, I'm okay with fake blood, but you can only use fake blood very limitedly in certain situations, meaning you could only use it out of the mouth or the nose generally, because it can't be anywhere that blood would flow.
Right. Or here's the first time I remember WWF at the time did fake blood was X-Pac coming from the back. I think I forget who it was that beat him up, but he was already bloodied up when they brought him out. He was attacked.
Hogan
I think
and Warrior
it
in
was Kane or
WCW had a moment. I think we may have even talked about it on one of my first shows, where Hogan like dropped the flash paper pad. Like he had a whole bunch of stuffs and supplies, and you can see there was like a little blood
capsule
mixture of something that was in his little baggie that he dropped. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to bring it up because I know fans were discussing. I mean, I know that I'm in a situation in my feud coming up. I've got this heated feud with Bo Cooper, and if I get my hands on him, I mean, I may have to use weapons, I may have to use chairs, I may have to use chains, I may have to do whatever it takes. Guy's a big, scary dude, 350 pounds. I'm 5'5", 180 pounds. Got to do what I got to do. And if I got to bloody that dude up, I'm going to bloody that dude up. If I got to break his nose, if I got to bust his eye, if I got to do anything like that, I'm going to do what I got to do to win the match.
I've seen Bo bloody quite a few other people up as well, so I mean
my mom won't feel too safe about the situation in this match, but hey, I'm a strong competitor, and like I said, if I got to bloody up Bo, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try to impress Cathy Kelley with some manliness, right? I gotta get my man points back. I mean, after the ice skating fall, I mean, I've lost some man points.
Oh my God!
And after that voice crack earlier in the broadcast.
Oh wow, she's just
when it's time to change, you got to rearrange.
Kathy's all over you.
You know that reference or no?
Yeah, Brady Bunch.
Yeah, I was gonna. They're probably too young for that one.
No, I remember that.
Let me give one more shout out because we're just closing this broadcast up, I think, right now. I got to give a shout out to my friend, stand-up comedian, wrestling interviewer, wrestling personality, television host Johnny LaQuasto. Gave me a little physical therapy this weekend at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Did a little rub down on my ankle, and then look at why does that?
Sounds very.
Come
sexy.
on,
Sounds weird.
Kathy. How about some maturity? How about some maturity?
Okay.
How about some maturity here? We're talking about physical therapy right here. And he caressed and stroked on my ankle. No, but in the end, he actually grabbed it and gave a little and did an adjustment to my ankle.
Oh, is it better?
Yeah, and I've been walking much better today. He told me he felt that my, I think it was my, I forgot which bone he said was out of place, but he popped it back in. So I got to give a shout out to the magical hands of Johnny LaQuasto.
Nice.
Awesome.
Maybe I'll make a dedication with Delilah on Love Songs from the Coast.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm cracking up Martin in the back today. Shout outs, my man. What's going on with you, Cluminator?
I guess I'll shout out.
Let me see that shirt that you're wearing, Ryan Clum.
Alpha Omega Wrestling Tag Wars, which I did yesterday up in the desert where I lost my voice.
It's finally back, though, by the end of the broadcast.
Yeah, I guess it's not the correct tone, though, I would say.
Just lubricate the cords tonight. Lubricate the cords.
I had my very first ever title match yesterday, and
look at you.
I was robbed. I was completely screwed. I won the match, but my opponent, I have my manager is handy capable. He's blind, and he was out there with his cane, and my tag partner was holding it for him and accidentally dropped it.
I got to get into this.
And I got beaten.
Your manager's blind?
Yeah, he's blind.
What's his name?
Blind Mike.
You would think that there's probably only one blind Mike in pro wrestling,
Yeah, there's actually two.
When I started in 1999, Colorado, the rival fed that was, our enemy, Rocky Mountain Championship Wrestling, was ran by a gentleman named Blind Mike Hunt.
Yeah.
And he was legitimately blind. So, like, when Ryan was telling me he's working with Blind Mike, I was like, I know that guy.
No,
it's not the same guy.
It's a totally different guy.
When you just said that name, it sounded really bad.
Obviously it does, but it's Blind Mike Hunt. That's his name.
Yeah, blind Mike. So yeah, I was then attacked by my opponent.
Real. It's totally for real. Look at I'm getting waved off. I'm crossing boundaries today. I didn't mean to interrupt your story.
So I won the match, but because I was attacked with my manager's cane.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Black Panther Party.
I didn't get my title, so I'm very angry about that. But yeah, so Alpha Omega Wrestling, and they will be holding another show up in Indio, California on March 10th. I also want to talk about our friend Brian Kendrick, who was in a couple weeks ago.
Cathy gave you a whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Our friend Brian Kendrick, who was in a couple weeks ago here, is holding a tournament March 24th.
The King of Flight.
The King of Flight. And this is going to be amazing. It's like 8 of the greatest high flyers in the world today on the indie scene. We've got Paul London is going to be in the tournament. The Amazing Red.
AR Fox. Samurai Del Sol.
Who's awesome.
The Young Bucks. Ricochet. This guy can fly.
And Rich Swann from Dragon Gate USA. And it's going to be a one-night tournament. The Pappy Pineda Dome, March 24th, I think 6 p.m. And tickets are really inexpensive. It's $15 for front row, $11 for general admission.
Is this guy not the expert plugger or what?
$8 for children.
You think the show is this Friday that he's plugging? It's 7 weeks away.
Yeah, but that's going to be a great show. If you're in the California area, that's a show to go to.
If hopefully things line up, I'll actually be involved in doing some commentary.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to cross some T's and dot some I's. Yeah, make some things happen. White on Rice for you, Padge?
White on Rice tomorrow night, Spreecast, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. You can find me at Showtime Josh.
I think I'm changing his nickname.
What's that?
I think I'm calling you the Padge from now on.
The Padge?
God, that sounds like Badge.
Exactly, Josh. Exactly.
Does that mean I don't have to be the Colonel anymore and I get a new nickname too?
We may have to get some new rotations. I'm running out of rhymes on all you guys' nicknames.
Okay.
But NigelWrestling.com, Last of McGinnis. Check it out.
We're plugging everyone else's stuff.
All right, Russell Crowe. Cupcake.
I just want to say real quick, our live stream went out for a second, so it was black, and someone in the chat roll called The Shield said we took over the show, which I just thought was hilarious. But you can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelley. If I get to 700 followers by tomorrow, Raven's going to give me $500.
Oh.
Is this verified?
I thought that was for real. I was like, let's.
I was going to say, if you get to 7, I'm going to be pissed, because I remember when you were trying to get to 6, and I still haven't gotten there yet, and I'm a little upset, having some trouble getting to the...
Maybe he'll bring us some...
And I'm at Cluminator. I only have 152. I'm way behind.
I'm at I Am Smiley, and IamSmiley.com, and Facebook.com/IamSmiley.
How many followers do you have, Josh?
I got like 100 and some. I don't know. I don't keep track of it.
Kathy, what are you cooking for us this Sunday?
What do you want me to cook?
120.
I want you to surprise me with something baked or cooked with love.
Delicious.
With love. I want to feel and taste the love, Kathy.
Okay.
Yeah, we need cookies next week.
And the sweat. And the... No. Ew.
All right, wrap the show. Come on. Time to go.
And with that, this has been Monday Night Raw's AfterBuzz TV After Show recap for the week of February 11th. We'll see you this Sunday after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and we'll see you again next Monday here on AfterBuzzTV.com. Bye-bye, Birdie!
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.